learned over the years is that while social networks change, trends come and go, and there's always some new technology that we all need to be using, a good plan is always necessary. It's like Chanel, it never goes out of style. There are fundamentals that you are going to want to work through for your clients to plan out monthly and quarterly content marketing objectives and creative to have a killer year. In this video, I will walk you through the planning process, what to work through with your clients so they can have a plan, and what you will do to have a full and engaging content calendar for a successful new year. Hi, I'm Desiree Martinez, an agency owner, loyal Sendible customer since 2011, and your guide through all things social media management. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you are with an agency wanting to streamline your social media management workflow and stay up to date with all things social media marketing. To keep on theme with going back to basics, it's important for you and your clients to revisit the onboarding questionnaire. This will allow for you both to get on the same page and reevaluate goals and objectives, while also considering what new content ideas and mediums we should be doing. During this time, make sure to look over the client opt-in. Is it still relevant? Does it need an update? Or is a new one in order? The opt-in allows for them to build an email list and stay connected with their current and potential clients. Making sure this is something you can market and post about is important. If an opt-in isn't available or part of their strategy, review their website together to make sure that everything is working the way that it should. You can also update website copy, imagery, and anything else that needs to be brought up to current design and brand standards. This is a good idea to do on an annual basis, no matter what. I would highly encourage you to take this time to discuss with your client, if they aren't already, a strategy for video for their new plan. This could require them to do some work, you two to collaborate, or for you to start creating for them. This may also require you to reevaluate the budget, but with the caveat being that by having a current, trendy, and relevant strategy, it will convert better for their business. Speaking of budgets, this would be a good time to reevaluate budgets and your offerings. This should be done to allow for more resources and could potentially provide more results for your clients. While you're spending time updating that questionnaire, the next thing to do is to set upcoming goals. When getting started with this, you want to reflect on the previous year's numbers and sales. Was there growth? How were sales? What posts and initiatives led to sales? Really review what happened so you know what to duplicate and change for the coming year. Setting goals and measurable KPIs is important for measuring the success of your social media efforts. Most common goals for social media include increasing brand awareness, building trust, generating leads, and traffic and sales. We have a great resource about setting measurable goals that you can grab in the description down below. This is a good time to review platform commitments as well. Where will you be spending time on social media for the client? Are there any new platforms that you would like to test? As you know, jack of all trades, master of none applies to social media just as much as anything else. It's important to evaluate each platform and decide if it is valuable to invest time into it, disregard it, or test it. Once you are solid on the numbers, platform, and the objectives of your client, you should set monthly and quarterly goals. With each month, you will want to track engagement, reach, watch time, website visits, and email subscribers. You can track these with a simple Google or Excel spreadsheet, organized in a way that makes sense for you. You should also keep monthly and quarterly reports you get from social media management tools like Sendible to enrich your findings and data. As we start heading into the planning phase of our client's content calendar, you will want to outline important holidays, sales planning, and initiatives that matter to the client. The holiday calendar is important so you can know what to post on what days. It wouldn't be a good look to post something promotional or salesy on a day of remembrance or encouraging people to come into the client's business when they are closed for a bank holiday. Take time to review US and world holiday calendars and mark them on your master calendar. These days will be a rest day or engagement day for content. For something fun, you can also review fun themed days and see if they tie into the voice of the client. For example, National Bring Your Dog to Work Day could be good if one of your clients really loves their dog or dogs are allowed into the office. These sort of opportunities allow for the client to show their relatable human side. You can also tie in trends like Tech Tuesday or Throwback Thursday as a way to offset promotional content as well. Now, while holidays are important for cultural and societal awareness, a sales calendar is important for your customers' sales strategy. You need to know what sales and promotions they plan to run so you can post accordingly. Sometimes sales align with holidays and seasons, and sometimes they have to do with industry trends and social patterns. Most of us are familiar with the big 4th of July sales in the United States, where retailers are looking to offload summer items in preparation for fall items, but this doesn't really apply to service-based businesses. Another example could be a CPA might be really pushing for tax preparedness through January and booking clients February through April for the American tax season. Global holidays are wonderful to participate in as a brand, but you need to be mindful that while some holidays are celebrated by all, that they can also happen at different times of the year for different countries. For example, Mother's Day is celebrated on the second Sunday of May in the United States, but it's celebrated in March in the UK. It's important to be aware of these differences for your clients depending on where they do most of their business. This is a way that they can participate accurately and be sensitive to the local needs and customs of the holiday. You also want to work with your clients to review the previous year's sales numbers to see if there are any patterns that could also be an opportunity to maximize sales opportunities for your client. Now that you have a firm grasp on the stable, unmovable things like holidays and sales, you need to plan for the fun stuff. These can be trends you'd like to try, competitor research examples, and trying a new medium. You can also use this time to get customers involved by asking for customer reviews to share on social media, and seeing what behind the scenes or team involvement could be worked into the strategy. Just make sure that while it is fun, it is still aligned with the core objective and goals of the customer. It's really important to spend time on this because this will set the tone for the success of your content calendar month to month. Now, before we start planning out our content calendar, I want to share some examples of different content calendars for you to reference. First, this is what we use at my agency. We use Google Sheets because it makes it really easy to collaborate as a team and the client. Each year, the client gets a new spreadsheet, and then each month gets its own tab. Each column is a different level of organization. We have the date, the holiday, client approval column, client theme, what the message will be, any links that are shared, links to photos or videos, and any unique or specific hashtags we need to use for the posts. Now, if you have a really extensive client that has a lot of content shared in different mediums on different platforms, a tool like Airtable could be really helpful for you. As you can see from this example, there are different tabs for the different brand media types. They do a lot of posts per week with lots of different licensed brands. So they state which licensed brand is being used for each post and on what day it posts. They identify the medium type for the post, which team member is creating what, the idea, inspiration for the visual and post, message base, internal notes, and where these posts will be posted. This is really helpful because there's so much being managed, so being able to easily label things keeps it organized and the team can make changes and pivot easily. Now, if you are more old school, I want to share the content planner with you. This planner brings digital planning to the physical world. You can brainstorm and think out ideas, identify goals and personal objectives, use stickers to identify post types and platforms, and fill in the calendar physically. Each page is thoughtful and intentional. You also have printables if you have multiple clients that you want to do this for. Once you know what method you are going to use to organize your calendar, it is time to fill it in with your notes and dates. Map out your holidays, sales, and seasonal content with dates, themes, and objectives. For each of these categories, plan the messaging, visual content, and any necessary landing pages. Once this is done, you can work month to month on the messaging and the other content that will round out the calendar. This content can be changed easily while also being mixed and matched. These posts can be current industry news, engaging questions, tasteful humor, and company stories about the service and products, staff highlights, office culture, and behind-the-scenes content. These can also include trends and content that you want to test. My experience with calendars is that planning is the most important and time-consuming part of making the creative and messaging easier. If you know what you're doing and the rhythm of the brand, your job will be so much smoother. Now that you have a plan, you need a way to share these messages with the world. I want you to watch this video right here to see how you can use Sendible for your agency to manage all of your clients. And watch this video here because YouTube thinks you are really going to like it. And until next time, remember, keep it simple.